All right. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Intuitive Insights with Willow. Here is where I'm always wishing you peace and the understanding that life is always happening for you, not to you. So let's see what's going on with you. Now, you have the Tower for your current situation, the current energy that you are in right now. The influence of that energy is the Four of Pentacles. And in the future direction, if we stay on course, is the Queen of Wands. All right. So let's take a look at this Four of Pentacles. So we're coming from the influence of this tower is stability. It's safety, security. It's a solid foundation, so to speak. All right. This is holding things down, maintaining what we have. This could be in the sense of our confidence, our self-respect, relationships that we are in, off rip, a home. And it is clarified with the moon, Prince of Cups, and the star. All right. So what this tells me is here, with the Four of Pentacles being clarified with the moon and the star, it is an energy of one, living in their purpose. All right. Being honest and truthful with themselves, but also being reserved. That's no secret for Scorpio. Scorpio, you guys keep your emotions to yourself, kind of locked down. But here, when we put the Prince of Pentacles, the Knights or Princes in this deck, oh, excuse me, it creates a shift here. So this is in the matter of intuitively seeking a relationship rekindle. All right. Damn, that was lengthy for no reason. Basically getting back with the past lover. All right. Or healing from wounds of a past love. All right. Because we are going into our current energy, which is the Tower. So we could have felt solid in a friendship, solid in a relationship. 2, 3, 4, we are looking at Capricorn and Mercury energy when we look at the Four of Pentacles. So a public reputation being changed, and actually not necessarily in a facet of one's control. You understand? Like, I feel like I took you around the merry-go-round with that. This is in a sense of an individual who has hidden emotions for someone that they were in a relationship with, and hoped for things to be on the same shift that it was. But clearly we see with the Tower being there, some healing needed to ensue, and there was lost hope. All right. Now, let's look at this Tower. Mars energy. Why the fuck is Mars energy here? Scorpio goes through enough. It is clarified with Temperance, Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Now, this is saying, now this isn't so much, yours is kind of all over the place. And literally, I can feel it in my spine here. But right here in my throat as well. Okay. There is some kind of corruption, some kind of problem in the stability here with the Tower. I need to put that there because the nipple's out. All right. Now, what kind of chaos is ensuing when there's balance, but it's causing a rip? There's some kind of problem we're having in the field of work. So we went from the Four of Pentacles to now we're looking at the Three of Pentacles. There's something going on in our waking life, not necessarily mentally, like, or emotionally, but in the waking life, there is chaos. There's a problem. I don't know if there's chatter. I don't know if there's, you know, what I feel, maybe there's something going on with a, what are they called? Supervisor, a superior person in the job, workplace. So it could be complications dealing with the manager. But what is going on is that in the personal life and in our professional life, there is friction in both. There's some kind of, maybe we are more so hoping to be able to be supportive of our spouse, but hitting roadblocks that is preventing us from successfully doing that for our spouse, to be a successful, reliable source for our spouse. You know, I'm not saying that you're asked to pay for things, but I'm saying like maybe if your spouse may have a stable job, yeah, and maybe if they hit a hiccup, they might need you to come through, get a flat tire. They might need, you know, a couple $100, and you're unable to do that because there's something going on with you financially. There's some challenge with you in relationships, whether it's work or friendships. But in the matters of love, there's a lot of hope there. There's a lot of happiness and joy. There's someone you can rely on, but there's a pause. I don't know if that's on your end, Scorpio, or if it's on their end, but it's like, I feel like somebody is feeling like lost hope. Like there's, you know, and Scorpio, you wouldn't be in that energy forever anyways, because Scorpio has major fucking lows. But you also have beautiful fucking highs when you have them. It's just that Scorpio sometimes forget to celebrate the highs because you're too busy looking for what a bullshit coming. You know, you're so on guard. Scorpio unfortunately becomes in defensive mode. You know, tries to stay off guard and open hearted, but you kind of get in defensive mode. All right. But there's definitely someone of masculine energy that is causing friction in your form of harmony. All right. We're going into the Queen of Wands. I don't know if you're dealing with the fire sign, but in the future, what we have here is you exuding the energy of attraction. You are kind of just standing in your own. Like I said, Scorpio has really lows, but you do have really highs. And you just that bitch. Like, if you got Scorpio on your chart, especially I have Scorpio on my chart, shit just happens. For some reason, somebody just always has a problem with Scorpio. For some reason, you know, people just pick to gang up against Scorpio, bother Scorpio. I don't know what that's about. I've never been able to figure that out. But I've learned that Scorpios really don't give a fuck. We don't carry it that long. We'll be like, it's your loss, bitch. Bye. And tell me if I am wrong. People will then double back to you. I don't care if it's weeks, months, years. They will double back and then try to rekindle with you what's already lost and gone. It's like, I don't know what you're thinking, but I'll hear you out. But other than that, I don't want to fuck with you like that. Once trust is broken, it's broken. Some people, I never be able to figure that out. But you do have Judgment, Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles here. So things is going to work out for you in the long end. I'm just, whether you see this Tower, I mean, it's your current energy right now. I mean, you could be the one that's like in your mind, peeping how things is. Like I said, you're on guard mode, so you could be kind of defensive and not see, you know, how things are really playing out. But what it does say here, when we have Judgment and the Magician, it's like you are manifesting righteousness. You're manifesting justice. And that you are going to get by just being you, sitting there, being cute and doing what you do. Kind of looking it over to make sure things are working out for you. It's giving me somebody that's very unhappy at a workplace. Like it's, and it bothers you so much, the conflict that you're having with individuals at work, that you kind of, you know, you have someone that you can say this to, but someone that's not really understanding where you're coming from. You know, they're not really worried about it either. They're like, you know, if that don't work out, baby, I got you. But Scorpio don't want to hear that. You know, it's like, there's no reason why it shouldn't work out. You know, you get mad because Scorpio is a water sign. You do love, but you piss a Scorpio off. And I mean, we do have Magician here. We ain't ruled by Pluto for no reason. Okay? Okay, I'm just leaving it at that. But Nine of Pentacles, you are creating an avenue where you will be standing in your own and great independence. You're standing on your own now, But what I mean is you are learning from this experience. So instead of us dealing with a Scorpio that's crashing out because of the bullshit, this is a Scorpio that's actually growing from the chaos, learning and utilizing that wisdom to their own benefit. You understand that arguing back or fighting them back, especially publicly, only backfires on you. So you're allowing rotten fruit to fall on their own. I say that because your bottom cards for advice is the Hierophant and the Five of Swords. So if you're not doing that, sweetie, you should be doing that. The reason being is when we have the Hierophant, and you know the Five of Swords reflects the Hierophant. Sit there and analyze, but don't react. Gain knowledge, but don't disperse it. And that's really hard because Scorpio could be with shit. You want to argue? Scorpio can argue. You want to fight? Bitch, let's go. That's Scorpio. Or you want to just keep it cool and cute? You be over there and I'll be over here, then that's fine too. But if you're Scorpio, you must have like air sign in order to utilize this to your benefit. If you do not have like air in your chart, I could see that being really hard for a Scorpio that does not have air in their chart. So what I'm going to tell you is learn how to peep game and allow energy to play on its own. Let me tell you something. If you're one that is in the arts of energy manipulation, the way that you are most successful with that Pluto energy is when you move small and in silence. I can tell you myself, I've lost battles, not wars, but battles. I've lost battles with people by verbalizing certain things. Scorpio's power is silence. Okay? Being cute, being silent. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to take a couple whelps on our back that we don't deserve. But in the end, you win the war. All right? That is what I got for you, Scorpio. If this video resonated with you, give your girl a like. Also, if you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. Keep your head up, all right? I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.